Hello, I'm Dinna. I'm passionate about diplomacy. How about you? Let's put it on the table what diplomacy is. The aim of diplomacy is to maintain peaceful relations between nations, securing communication even in the hardest time, ensuring relationship between nations to make sure that it's also enhanced over time. So the motivation of diplomacy is to advance national interest. Usually it starts from setting a nationally motivated agendas so that the authorities of other countries would accept it. And then it will be negotiated. Some kind of deals will be achieved. And then once it's achieved, an implementation of the agreement shall be monitored and implemented together. So a lot of diplomacy starts from ideas. It starts from a set of principles, from practices, from values that the actors truly believe should be the way to go between nation states, which is why having a set of agencies advancing the ideas of certain nation becomes very important. One can never get all done in 1 month or even 1 year. Most of all, any agreements need implementation, needs monitoring, needs nurturing, or else the agreement may collapse. For example, the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty, which is the arms control treaty agreements between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was made in 1972 and it was discussed many years before that, trying to make sure that the number of ballistic missile is regulated. And lo and behold, it only lasts for 30 years. The United States decided to withdraw from the agreement, from the treaty in 2002. And then there's the agreement to eliminate all forms of discriminations against women. This agreement was codified under the United Nations Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, or called CEDAW. The convention was born out of concerns that women's humanity has been proved insufficiently implemented and given to women across the world. So regardless of the international agreement that human rights is universally accepted through the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a subcommission of the Commission of Human Rights in the United Nations was established in 1946 by the force of women activists from around the world. A lot of them were civil society entities, non-government actors. And year after year, they fought for creating this binding way to ensure that all nation states eliminate discrimination against women. But guess what? Not until July 1980, a convention was signed in Copenhagen. And the year after that, 1981, it was ratified by a number of countries and thus was entered into force. So to date, the problem is we still see this convention struggling to be implemented in many nations. Who do diplomacy? Number one is the leaders of nation states. It can be president or prime minister, or even the king or heads of states, emperors, ministers, or also members of parliament. The second group who do diplomacy is accredited diplomats. And number three is civil society representatives. So it can be civil society groups or organizations, professionals, and experts. Just like you probably, and me. So now, are you passionate about diplomacy? Let's keep up the passion. Until next time. Bye-bye.